he's like, yeah. I'm like, this guy can stuff his own nutsack in his asshole, and then I was like, not just that, he can also get fucked at the same time. Like he stuffed his nuts in his asshole and then had someone fuck him, and I'm like, he's not gay though, and Matt's like, what? How can he not be gay? I'm like, he's not gay. He's just a gay porn actor. He's like, yeah, but he lets guys fuck him. I'm like, yeah, but he's not gay.
Yeah, but he's just getting paid for it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I was like, yeah,
it's just a job, man.
It's just a job. You get
no,
fucked
that's.
in the ass
I think
by
you're
the guy.
at that point. You're like bi or something.
Yeah,
I think you're officially.
I think you could get fucked in the ass if you're straight, but as soon as you have to suck dick, then you have to be at least bi.
Oh God.
Fucked in the ass though?
Okay, so if I was on the streets of LA and I was poor and someone's like, hey, you want to be in a gay porn video? And I'm like, well, how much does it pay? And I'd be like, well, it's like, say, like, we do like 5 shoots in a weekend. It's $3,000 a shoot. And I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, making a lot of money.
But it's like, what am I doing? It's like, you're just getting fucked in the ass. And like, oh, okay, I'll try it once. And at least if I try it once, I got $3,000. But as soon as like, you got to turn out and start sucking dick.
No. I don't agree with that. I think if you get fucked in the ass,
you're gay.
That's either gay or bi. That's some gay shit.
There's no way.
If you get fucked in the ass, you're gay.
Something getting inserted up your ass.
Yeah. Well.
Wait. What about a girl pegging?
Oh, that's
even like that's just as gross, dude.
Does that mean like
That's
some
close.
guys like having girls shove fingers up?
No, there's anything wrong with gay sex, sorry.
fingers acceptable.
as long as you don't tell anybody about it.
There's nothing wrong with gay sex. I shouldn't have said.
She
No,
fingered
it's
me.
not-
It's not attractive.
I just think if you're getting fucked in the ass, that's pretty gay.
Even if it's your job.
Well, yeah, but how many people can say, yeah, I let guys plow me in the ass and I'm a man, it's just my job? I've never heard
That's
that
a pretty
before.
low.
Well, this guy. Because I'm pretty sure, like,
What
yeah.
if he's actually gay?
They
He's
asked him,
just
like, so,
playing?
like, do you have a boyfriend? He's like, no, I'm not actually gay. And because he came on the pod.
Oh, okay, wait.
That
So,
could be a joke, though.
so in that case, well, it could be, but in
Yeah.
that case, it's like the mental side of it, where it's like, okay, I get fucked in the ass, but I don't see a guy and be like attracted to him. I'm not.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like,
So in that case, yeah, it's just physical.
He's just really good at acting.
throw enough lube.
You brought up a good point.
So.
Well, if you want to get fucked in the ass for $3,000, man, go for it. I'm not doing it. That's not enough money, bro.
For $3,000.
For $3,000.
What if he was like $6,000?
No.
All right, what's our number here, Matt?
Yeah, every man has a price.
What's your price, Matt? $100,000? One time.
One time.
One
for
time.
100 guys. No,
Dude, that's a go till he comes.
I want my dignity, bro. I want my dignity, bro.
There's like a proportionality, like more money, less lube, but less money, more lube.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good God.
Like we could pay you $100,000, but he's
feel
raw
like-
dog, and he's.
It's dry and dirty.
What if the other guy was straight too?
What?
I don't know if that would make much of a
Yeah,
difference.
I mean,
because
it might even be worse.
Oh,
than
no,
you're willing to do
because if
you're
the guy
straight
because
and
if the
not-
guy was gay, then he's gonna fucking give it to you because that's what he likes to do. But if the other guy was in the same shoes as you, where he was like, "Oh, I'm just here for $3,000," he's probably doesn't know what he's doing. He might
Wait. But if the rule is he has to come, it might take him longer because he's like, I'm not into this.
We didn't talk about that.
Well, he might even get a hard on if he's gay. Or not
He's
gay.
just limping you.
Yeah.
He's trying to stuff it in.
Yeah. No, he's just a.
And that'd be even worse. That like if you're obviously letting some straight
a-
guy fuck you, that means you're both somewhat like thinking that you might be gay.
Okay,
There's no way
you know
that
what?
you're like,
If you're
I'm gonna
doing
let
it-
some guy fuck me in the ass for
that
$3,000,
man.
If you're doing
and
it-
some guy go, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass for $3,000 if you're not somewhat
If you're
gay.
doing it for free, then yeah, you're probably gay. That was like.
$3,000 is like free, Christian. You can get pre-approved
That's
for a
all that
$4,000
matters.
credit card right now. Like he doesn't need the $3,000
Okay,
to get
I-
fucked
but
in
the
the
bank's
ass.
pretty
The
much fucking
context,
me in the ass.
the context is that you're
Dude,
poor and have no
listen
money.
to yourself, dude. So like, someone comes up to you, offers you $3,000,
And I'm
yeah?
starving on the street.
And dude, all you have to do is take it up the ass. Okay.
Oh,
Then that same guy goes to another guy. Let's just say Rheal, $3,000. You have to fuck some dude in the ass.
That one's so
and you
much
both
better.
go, well, you know what? Why not? $3,000.
Rheal's like,
But
I've
then you're
never
like-
really seen myself as a power bottom.
Then the thing that fucks you up is like you're starting to like it. You're like, whoa, this.
Yeah, because for the
now
guy
you're
fucking.
now you're just like, holy shit.
Next thing Christian goes, oh, I might do this for less, so $1,000 next time,
Yeah, exactly.
and then
I might just get it
$500.
for
And
free. He can't get enough. He just needs it for free, bro.
That's how I got into gay porn. But I wasn't gay.
But I'm not gay.
That's like Giovanni showed me this video of I think it's Law and Order SVU or the and it was with, is that what the show Ice-T is on?
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's a clip of him talking to this guy, and this guy's like, I have a relationship with women, but I fuck men, or I have sex with men. I'm not like, he's like, I'm not gay, and then Ice-T looks at him and goes, that means you're gay.
Thank you. Finally, Ice-T
He's
gets it. Ice-T's the only one here that gets it.
As he walks away, and the guy's just looking absolutely shocked, like a bomb.
Wait, you've seen this?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you've
sits
seen it.
down-
Okay.
he
How do you
sits
be
down on the couch.
I have a relationship with women, but I have sex with men. That means you're gay.
Like, how do you be shocked when he says that means you're gay, and you're just like,
It's like the Shaq.
No
meme.
one's told you that so far in your life, and then some cop. That means you're
Yeah.
gay.
every single person in your life was like, no, you're not gay, man. That's fine.
Okay, you're also, if we're going back to this topic, you're forgetting the context of which you're being
Yes,
asked
being
this
poor or
position.
homeless.
You're in LA, you're by yourself, you're eating garbage, and someone offers you $3,000 with the potential of doing more. You just have
And
to.
that
It would depend how long I'd be homeless for. Like, if it was like, like 20 years.
It's not looking great. Let's say that. It's not looking
20
great.
years, like 1 year even. No, let
No, I
6
think you
months
can-
of being
I
homeless.
think you can make it mentally after 1 year. I think you can do
Really?
it.
I think being homeless would destroy me.
It really causes a lot of mental illness.
It would fuck. Like within a week, I'd
Of
be
course it
losing
would,
my
because
mind.
you're lonely. You're by yourself, right?
Within a
If
week,
you're
I'd be
with other
looking for
people-
$20 ass.
Oh, maybe
fucks.
you're so lonely you're just looking for any kind of affection you can get.
Well, why wouldn't I just try to say, well, if someone's willing to pay me $3,000 to get fucked in the ass by a dude, why don't I just try to find some ugly chicks that would pay me to fuck them?
Yeah, but that's.
Because they don't
Let's-
want a
let's
homeless
say-
dude
Shut
to
up,
do
you guys.
that.
It's the same thing.
Let's say
Same
you've
thing.
exhausted that option, or that was never an option.
Matt's tired of fucking whales.
Yeah.
I just can't do it anymore.
Trying to fucking
He's
blow
like,
me,
I've
bro.
retired my harpoon. I'm done.
My back hurts.
I'm just gonna die a lonely death because my harpoon's too sore to go anymore.
My harpoon's too dull. I can't catch nothing no more.
The white whale.
The white.
It's been 4 days. And like 3 girls. It's like, I can't do it anymore. Just fuck me in the ass.
You probably wouldn't do it if like you're fresh off the boat in LA and you're like, oh shit, now I have nowhere to live, and it's been 3 days, and someone
Imagine
offers you
how-
that.
Imagine how funny that'd be. Those you're literally fucking whales, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm so tired of this. I'd rather get fucked in the ass. And then you let some dude fuck you in the ass.
Hey man, if it got me a down payment on an apartment.
That won't. $3,000 won't.
No,
get
I'm talking
you
about like,
down
sorry, for rent. Like put. Oh, I guess maybe that might
payment.
not work.
Not,
You'd
not
get-
there.
You'd have like $500 left for food.
I'm gonna write Matt's autobiography, and this is how it's gonna go.
That's
He was so tired of fucking whales.
That's so tired of fucking whales.
The great white whale.
All right, clap sync, and you guys can get started.
Wait, we haven't started yet.
How are we gonna top that one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it all in there.
that's just an
Oh,
intro.
Lord. Wait, we're allowed to say those things?
You said shings there.
Yeah, I know. I've been having
I was
trouble
talking-
talking.
Someone has to be an asshole here.
I was talking.
Might as well be me.
I was talking to a girl at work the other day, and she
Wait,
was
wait.
talking, her roommate spilled water on her laptop.
Yeah.
And she was talking to me. I thought she said laptop, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, did you just say laptop? And she's like, no, I said laptop. And I'm like, fuck, because that's what you called me on it one time.
Laptop?
Laptop.
Because I say laptop all the time, and then you're like, just say
1,
lap-
2, 3. Now you have a whole bunch of clapping. I've been really bad for that lately, especially over Discord and stuff.
oh,
Like
I
I
think
just,
clapping.
oh, well, that too, but
I can't say
I'm working.
that.
Huh.
Shit, I missed again. For 4 hours straight. Ah, come on.
What are you doing down there? Nothing.
Just you're there.
You have like a silicon hand that you bought from the adult store that it just flops back and forth.
No, I do that for boost self-esteem when I come home from work and just high five
Oh, I thought you meant like jerk off with it, so it feels like someone else is doing it.
the stranger.
Yeah, the stranger.
Nice.
That'd be actually a really funny humiliation if you somehow had a show where you had cameras and you go into an adult store and you have to buy the most like a fist, like one of those like fisting things.
Oh, Jesus.
And then be like, do you have cards at all? It's like, well, I'm buying something for my dad.
Shoppers doesn't have the right greeting card that I want for
Shoppers
this.
didn't have a happy fisting dad.
Fists off to you.
Yeah.
Have you guys like gone to the sex stores lots? Yeah.
I've never. I went to one in Vegas, but I've never been to one here.
One store?
One store. So I went like to one a couple years ago to get Kevin Urker a blow up doll for his go away because he's
Among
like,
other things, right?
he's joining the Marines or not the
fisting.
Marines. Sorry, it's like Kevin
Wait, does
Urker's
Canada have Marines?
Kevin's a Navy SEAL, bro.
Do we have Marines or anything
No,
equivalent?
I think it's just the Navy, right? The Canadian Navy. I don't think there's Marines. Like that's pretty high up.
Yeah, but do we have like a
I'd say
equivalent task
special
force?
Forces or something. Like
Do we have
that.
Canadian Special Forces?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Anyway,
wonder-
sorry.
But anyway, so before he joined the Air Force, sorry. So I went there. I went to where did I go? I went to some like I think it's for lovers only on like Ottawa there,
yeah.
and went to go buy a blow up doll for Kevin. It was just a joke, right? And they had like what kind of blow up doll you want? I'm like, what do you mean? And then like here's our options. And it's like Katniss Everdeen and like all these like celebrity chicks that are just blow up dolls. I'm like, okay, I'll get Katniss Everdeen. I just thought it was funny, right? So we take it out.
Did it have a picture of
Yeah, it looked exactly like it had a picture of like Jennifer Lawrence, kind of,
Jennifer
or
Lawrence.
someone look-alike like Jennifer Lawrence.
The first thing that
'Cause
came
I
to my
don't
head
think
was-
they could put her image on there because then
Probably could, but the first
No,
thing that came to mind
'cause-
was Lawrence Fishburne. I don't know why.
Isn't
'cause
that
she's
a
not
dude?
Yeah,
she's not associated.
Isn't that a
with,
big black dude?
from Matrix. Yeah.
She wouldn't have been associated with the sex toy though, so I don't.
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
they
so you
could've
can't use
used
her
Katniss.
image.
But it looked like her. Like they had the bow, the jack, like the same jack, everything. Chick had red hair. So we blow it up, and it's like the worst version ever. It's just a fucking like blow up doll, the arms like this, and they're like,
Yeah.
Kevin, we got you your girlfriend for when you go, and he's like, I hate you guys.
Can you imagine if you're actually pleasantly surprised, like, oh shit, that actually looks a lot like her, and you go back and buy another one? Actually, you go back
That'd be-
the next day, and everyone who is there is actually there to buy
Everyone's
that
there.
same one.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, like,
man.
what do you guys
Well,
do?
the other,
Oh, sorry, we're all sold out.
I remember one time too. I was with Eric Kohut, and we were like in high school. And he's like, "Dude, let's go to Tramps. It's like that CD store.
Tramps?
It used to be like an old CD video store.
Okay.
Like,
Where?
Yeah, so it was just like used records, CD. Like there
Oh,
was
yeah,
one
yeah,
in
yeah.
Grosvenor Park, and then there was like one
Oh.
downtown and stuff like that. They were like old, like just old places with like books and stuff like that too. And there was a video section where there was an adults only section, and Kohut went there. I'll never forget. We walk in. It's this big guy, right? And he's just kind of like a nerd-looking guy. He's balding, and he's got
The
glasses,
Simpsons guy.
like circle glasses, right?
The
And
Simpsons guy, right?
He's
Oh,
doing like a
yeah.
crossword, right? He's just doing a crossword, and he's probably like mid-30s, early 40s kind of thing. And he just looks, he's like, and he just like goes like that. And then he goes, and then we just go right to the adult section. Kohut just takes like 3 tapes, right? And we just put him in his, he puts him in his backpack. He's
Oh,
like, see, this is
geez.
so easy. He stole him, yeah. And then we go out, and then the guy's like, have a good one, guys. And he like does the thing. I'll never forget that guy because he was so fun. I'm like,
Did you
oh,
watch
Oh
them?
my god.
Well, yeah.
Well, were they?
Well,
I don't
yeah.
remember, dude. I don't remember.
It's a dude getting fucked by a turkey.
There you
No,
It was.
No, it was girl ones.
It's
I
2
don't know.
girls, 1 cup.
I just remember.
Oh,
No,
just
it was
on
like, dude, like
repeat?
this was like 80s. It was on a VHS,
So
right?
Harry Bushes.
It was on a VHS cassette tape.
It was actually a workout tape that turns into a sex tape.
Oh my! Or it's like taped over.
But I'll never forget that. It was just
1
so funny.
and 2 and
Yeah.
Because he's like, dude, you want to do something crazy? I'm like, sure. And that's what we did.
Let's go steal some porn.
And then he's
videos.
like, okay, you get 1 tape, I get 1 tape, and we'll give one to someone else. I'm
I
like,
remember.
"Okay."
I remember.
I don't care.
I remember my dad took me to Amazing Stories when I was back on college not college, sorry, Acadia and 8th. Remember that?
Oh,
It's where that 7-Eleven is now, that Money Express.
Right,
There
yeah.
was Amazing Stories used to be there.
Yeah.
And I was into like Star Wars comics, and that's why I went there. And I think I was maybe like 8 or 9 years old or something. And I remember walking through, and there was like an 18+ sign, but it was like all anime stuff. But I was looking at it, but I was so confused. I was like, why? It's cartoons. Why would it be 18+?
I don't understand.
I was so naive. Later that night, I found out.
Thanks. You're like, all right, what's going on here?
Yeah.
18 plus anime.
Oh, shit.
Dad forgot it in the bathroom. That's how I found out. Oh, that makes more sense.
Oh, dude, I remember.
So funny. Dad, where are you going? I'll be right back, Christian.
Yeah, man. Before you had access, like, cause think about it, we only had data on our phones like after high school. Like,
yeah.
I only got a phone in grade 12 and it didn't have any data on it.
Yeah.
So when I was like a teenager, I remember I would go take a shit and I'd look at like Cosmopolitan magazines and shit. That was like and like some Men's Health. They had I remember this.
Oh, you
one,
mean just stuff to read? Like
yeah. But it was like
No,
I thought it was hot. Like some of the stuff. There was like a whole Men's Health
he's
like
saying that
article.
he's jacking off to magazines is what he was saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he meant taking a shit though.
No, actually both.
Yeah, he would do both.
But
it would just be longer, but he'd be
He's a
jerking off at the
multitasker.
end.
There was this one Men's Health article. It was like 4 pages just on tits, and
Excellent.
And I had it for so long.
It was sticky all over the place. You
Yeah,
know?
I couldn't open it anymore.
No, I can control my aim. Thanks, man. Jesus, eat these. There's 2 donuts.
Dude, how funny would that be if your dad,
What are those?
Christian, you're
What
like,
is that one?
I don't know what that one is.
That's like a lemon.
Is that like
I'll
a
take the other one?
no, they're
Does anyone
that
know?
one's an old fashioned.
What's an old
A
fashioned?
good old fashioned.
Seriously, that one's an old fashioned.
Can I have this one?
Yeah, I'm not gonna have any, so take whatever.
Matt,
you
Jason, you want
Matt,
that one? Okay,
You're
I'm gonna do it
good.
then.
You don't need to diet anymore, Matt. You're beautiful the way you are.
Thank you.
How funny though, Christian would it have been if like
It's
you're like,
fine.
Dad, I'm taking a shit. Don't come in. And then
Why would I announce that in the
no,
first place?
no, I know, but it'd be so funny.
I like to announce it.
you like. Just
Okay,
just
I'm going to the bathroom.
Everyone,
yeah,
please.
just like Christian makes a big deal of it when he's like 14. I'm going to the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back. And Dad, Christian's
Man.
dad always smells to make sure he took a shit. And then the one time Christian forgot to shit. And he goes, why doesn't it smell like shit?
Why doesn't it smell like shit?
It doesn't smell like shit in here. What the fuck, Matt? Oh my god.
Christian! It doesn't smell like shit!
I don't see any skid marks on the toilet.
What were you doing in here, Christian? What were you doing?
Oh my
Were you
god.
jacking off?
Where's jacking off again? It's just amazing.
Where's my magazine?
So he hides it from now on.
I need my Men's Health.
Oh,
After I found that out, I
so
go
funny.
in the shower instead.
Why are you taking such long showers now?
Stopwatches
After 5 minutes and 30 seconds, my dad like uses shoulder break in,
What the fuck are you doing in here?
catches me every time.
Mid-stroke.
You're so grounded. Oh, that'd just be so funny, dude.
That's incredible.
Oh my god.
My dad did sort of do that once. Not really like that extent, but I remember I was in high school and he like took me by the shoulders and put me against like the back door and was like,
Yeah.
he's like, I can't remember the words yet. I think he said hanky panky, but it's less intimidating if I say he's like, are you having sex? I'm like, no, I was, but I was like, no. He's like, I know you're lying.
I know you're lying.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
That'd be funny. He's like, you having sex? You're like, what are you going to do about it?
Oh God, if you knew my dad, I would never do that. He would have thrown me across the room.
Chopping your dick off.
I don't know, like, how I got away with some of that shit. Like, at home, at my parents' house, my door didn't shut properly.
Yeah.
My door was too big for the frame, so it only closed a little bit. So I had a big India flag that I'd like drape over just to cover at least half of it. And I had a fan going to cover the noise, and I would have sex. My dad was downstairs, and I can't believe I even had the balls to do that.
Yeah, that's
He
risky.
probably knew though.
No, the funny thing was, I think I talked about it before, but there's this one girl I was going out with, and we were in my room, and like I wasn't really into it,
Yeah.
but she would not leave until we had sex.
Oh.
And my dad was like downstairs, like fuck. So we had sex, and she left or whatever. And then the next day, my dad goes to the gym and sees Brett, and he's like, "Oh, what'd you the boys get up to last night?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, Christian was with you, right? And he's like, "No, he was home all night." My dad's like, "Oh," and then just continues with his workout. But dad didn't even know I was upstairs.
Oh, holy shit! That's awesome.
It's funny how sometimes you think you're like, oh my god, I'm being so loud and conspicuous, and they have no idea. And other times you're trying to be sneaky and all that shit, and it's
I
they know
mean,
immediately.
Yeah.
as a parent, wouldn't you like kind of like, if they're gonna do it anyway, wouldn't you kind of not want to know?
Yeah.
Or not want to hear it?
Like I think the thing is like they would just assume that you are like
Yeah.
like I would assume, right? Like, you're a teenager, and if you're got a girlfriend and you're hanging out in your room,
Well, yeah, especially if
or
it's
like vice versa, like things are gonna be happening, right? It's just like, I guess that's where you have a conversation, like, okay, if you're gonna have it, like, make sure it's safe sex, and you know, this and that.
I never
right?
had that conversation.
Oh, my dad went.
Yeah, my parents knew I was a loser and a virgin, so I never had to worry about it.
No, my dad just looked at me one day, and it was just randomly, we're watching TV or something. He goes, "Do I need to tell you or talk to you about the birds and the bees?" And I go, "No." He's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Oh, I remember you telling that
Well,
story
I
about how he zoomed up. He's
zoom
like,
in.
you like that? And then you zoomed up on the other guy. He's like, what about that?
Just trying to watch the movie, man.
I remember, like, my one time my mom, like, she's like, I don't know how it got on the topic. She's like, I swear to God, if you don't fucking wear a condom,
Your mom said that?
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm like, oh, okay.
She said that to you?
Yeah. She's
my
like, make
God.
sure you have, like, if you're gonna have sex, to have a condom and stuff, right?
But no, you're absolutely right though. As a parent, if my kid came home and was like, "Okay, me and the girl are gonna go up to my room now," I'm like, "All right, I'm going downstairs and I'm turning the stereo on full blast because I don't want any knowledge of this."
My dad didn't let me have girls. I still did at home when I was 26, and I was trying to have trouble. I told this before. I was trying to have a girl over. I was cleaning my room. My dad's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Having a girl over later." He's like, "You can't do that." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You know the rules. You can't have a girl in your room." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm 26." And that's when I moved out.
I have a house and a mortgage. Please,
so,
Dad.
So casual. You can't do that, bro.
Yeah, he's like, "You can't do that." And I'm like,
Well,
"Yeah," and then I never saw her again.
because you couldn't have
Yeah.
sex.
Sorry, you have to cancel my.
No,
dad
because
said
we had
no.
to sit on the floor. It was awful.
Yeah, that would suck.
Just, what would you do if your parents looked at you and you're like, "Are you masturbating?"
You jerk it off and then like try to like open the door, like try to.
Well, when Christian's taking a 40-minute shit, it's probably pretty obvious that he's jacking off.
No.
Thought you just got lost on the phone.
Yeah.
I was watching YouTube videos in there.
Yeah. That'll be the struggle, is to not give them phones, like, when they're, like, until they're in, like, halfway through high school.
Yeah, because they're just little porn boxes.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck it. I just love my habit.
That'll be the struggle.
Start early, start young.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but, man, I think that people that sometimes that start young, they get into too much crazy shit, and they
like,
go down
start
rabbit
what
holes.
young?
Like, if they, like, kids, like, a lot of kids, like, watch a shit ton of porn when they're young, I think they can go down a rabbit hole where they start getting, like, fetishes because it's not, like, normal
not
sex.
I
exciting
think it's
Yeah.
a problem watching too much porn before you've had sex.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you have unrealistic expectations of what it's actually like. But if you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know, if you grew up like watching occasionally or something,
Yeah, no,
and then
like,
you have sex with a real
I think
girl, and then it's
occasionally it's
like,
fine, yeah.
and then after you're like, okay, well, I know what it's
because
like.
I don't think it's bad because like also it can kind of teach you at least how to like if you visually see it, like you at least kind of know what to do at the start, kind of thing. Like you might have some.
Put your pee-pee in her pee-pee.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
watch the GJ Khaled sex tape. That's all you have to know about
There you
sex
go.
when you watch that.
But you know, like,
have you ever seen that?
no.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. I didn't actually watch the real thing.
Oh.
It was like one of those EXE. Have you ever heard of those videos? Jason, have you heard of those videos? Yeah, EXE. And it was like
What's
a
that?
DJ. I don't know what it stands for really, but it was like this like weird video of just DJ Khaled just ramming this girl,
Oh,
and he's
there you
just
go.
so big,
Yeah.
and she was so small. He's just on top of her, and he's just like rocking the whole bed, and
Oh yeah.
it's fucking hilarious.
Hot.
Yeah,
But like that's the thing. Like I think I've taught like I've heard about some girls who met guys and they just have weird fetishes because I think they watch way too much porn.
wait, sorry, girls who
Like
guys?
like they were starting to see guys and then like they were gonna hook up and then they had the guys like I have this weird fetish. Or, like,
what's a
this
weird
crazy-
fetish to?
Well, not weird. It's not weird.
You
but
have
like,
to wear socks during.
Like I know I've heard some stuff. I just want to say on the podcast. I'll tell you.
Jason
after,
like that.
But it's like it's just different. Like yeah.
They have to be Christmas socks.
What's like your threshold for like that's okay versus that's I'm good, like to the point where okay, so there's that's okay, I'll try it, versus like that's kind of weird but I'm not gonna break up with you because of it, to holy shit we can't do this anymore.
Well, see, like I don't know because I don't have really like I at least that I can
Matt
think
is so
of.
vanilla.
I'm probably pretty vanilla, yeah. But like
Only up the.
Don't you
pooper.
hate feet?
no, I don't have feet.
Who the fuck hates feet then?
Dude,
why
imagine you.
That's
hate-
why I said they have to wear socks.
Oh,
But the thing I was like that the foot fetish, like I don't like I get it, but I think some people can go too far with that too. It's like let me see your feet, you know, like
Just being creepy.
Yeah, just get creepy about it.
Okay, but you can have a proper foot fetish.
I think you have a proper foot fetish.
You can have a gentlemanly.
I've actually found that more girls than not that actually are creeped out by the whole, like, even touching feet is, like, weird.
So it's weird
like,
that girls
like the girls, like
out?
a lot of the girls that I know or who like hooked up with, like, don't even want to talk about feet, or like they think feet look gross.
Yeah.
Well, guys' feet, yeah.
Well, any feet, they're like no feet. Like,
So wait,
I'm not into that, but like.
So foot fetish, is it looking? Is it touching?
Well, I think they like the whole thing. Like,
This is the whole package.
well, because like I don't
there's
know.
levels to that shit.
I don't know. I don't watch it. I don't watch any of that shit.
Like
sure-
a foot job that doesn't get me.
Yeah.
Off
I was gonna say, have
No.
you ever tried?
Not, like if there's
But
like
I'm pretty sure like they like to like lick on the feet and everything.
What's-
Like suck on the toes. Yeah, they like. I'm pretty sure like Rex Ryan got that video.
who?
Remember Rex Ryan, the head
Oh
coach?
right.
There was like foot fetish video. Like he was sucking on some like a girl's feet, his wife's feet, I think.
Okay, yeah, I don't get it now.
Where was that on? Like ESPN?
No, like it leaked. Like someone hacked into him.
Why
It was
would
like personal
his phone or
you know,
something.
if you're like somewhat of a or like a public figure,
Yeah.
don't film yourself doing that shit because it's
I
gonna
don't
get out.
I don't think it's smart to film it in general.
Unless
'Cause
you're
it's
that
always
Lily
gonna
from
get
AT&T,
hacked, like-
you can do whatever you want, and I will find it.
Yeah, but like why feet in particular? I guess.
Yeah, well, I just think that one could be like creep people out because if you're like creepy about it, like
Okay,
hey, can I
yeah.
see your feet now, or can I suck on your feet? Like, just imagine for the first time, like some girls just like me and this guy goes, hey, I got a weird fetish, I like feet. Okay, and then they go on to a second time, and like things get a little steamy, and all of a sudden, let me suck on your feet. Like, what the fuck?
I think that for
You'd have
me
to
that
get
would
like used to it. Like,
for me that would fall in the realm of like I'll go along with it, I guess.
It
That's
could
like
be.
that's like the two.
but
out
it
of-
also could be like creepy for the person if you barely know them. Like,
Yeah.
If
Okay,
if you
no.
totally know them and you like are in,
Okay, you've
like,
been dating for, like, a year.
like, or even like a month or two, but you get to know the person a lot and you've had a lot of intimacy already, then it's not as weird. But like say the second time.
Oh yeah, no, you don't really do that.
yeah, but there's probably people that are creepy enough that they just can't help themselves, right? Because it's getting hot and steamy and they're aroused and they want to suck on some toes.
Those are probably serial killers, man.
It could be, yeah, that could be.
'Kay, I'll give you context. So the far side of the spectrum where it's like, holy shit, we can't do this anymore. I was listening to a podcast and this guy was dating this girl.
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, can I do something for you? He's like, what? She's like, well, next time you have to take a shit, I want to blow you.
Oh, Blumpkin.
And,
Is that
and
Blumpkin?
he's like,
What?
no.
Yeah.
Why?
broke up
Why?
with
Well, what's another?
like why?
She was into it. I don't understand.
What
I don't
another-
understand.
Like, do you think like the choking thing is kind of weird too to me? Like, I don't know why you'd want to strangle someone.
I don't like it. There is
Yeah,
I was
that's
with a girl
creepy to
once
me
who
too.
wanted that, and I was
Yeah.
like, I just like did that. And she's like,
Yeah.
harder. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, that'd be
I
like
wouldn't
I'd be
like that, by the
uncomfortable
way.
with that.
Yeah.
That would not be. That's weird to me.
I respect you too much.
I think I can understand that one though. Like I can the
Well, it's part of the autoerotic.
yeah, like there's
asphyxiation or
something going
like
on there that can
Yeah.
do stuff to you. But the blowjob during a shit, I don't understand that one.
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Like
wait.
what's the difference between that and a regular blowjob except that it's smellier?
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Like that's what happened to my buddy. Like this girl was like,
That happened?
no.
Oh.
Like he was like, he broke up with a girl, and this girl's like begging to get back together with him, and she's like, I'll do anything. He's like, anything?
Oh no.
And she goes, yeah. It's like, give me a Blumpkin, and she's like, what's that? It's like, I'm taking a shit and you blow me. She's like, no. Then we're not. Then we're done. That's what he said.
He knew she was gonna say no.
Yeah,
I don't think
he was hoping that she would say no.
I think he was bluffing because she's like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that. I love that. I didn't think
Yeah.
you would understand. He's like, oh fuck.
It's like let me go get some taco
Now I
time.
gotta
no,
do
it
this.
was like, yeah, this is like, no, it's not happening.
No, that's fucked. What if a girl wanted to eat your scrum?
What?
Is that like the
Like your asshole?
oh.
Like eat out your asshole?
Yeah, she's like, I want that. And you're like,
Well, then I'm
That would
not,
be- that's-
I'm
that's
not
my
kissing you
reaction.
after.
that's my
all.
reaction. I'd be like, you do
Yeah.
it? You let her do it?
Well, I wouldn't prefer it. No, it'd be weird.
Is
Sure,
that
Matt?
pretty?
Why are you looking at me like, holy shit, this is awesome?
no.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was getting. It's like you didn't say no.
Well,
Well-
if she wants to do it.
No, I was just making a joke. Like, I wouldn't let her kiss
I'm alone
me
here.
after, dude. Like, imagine someone eating out your ass and then.
I thought that was
kissing
kind of common, or not common, but like more common than expected.
You and then kisses you afterwards. It's like
you. Same thing.
That's more acceptable. I would rather do that because if I was getting my scrum eaten and she wanted to kiss me after, I'd be like, no. But like the dick thing that doesn't bother me. If it was someone else's dick, then no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sucking Matty's dick, she goes in for a kiss.
Oh.
You're like, let me just suck Matt off myself.
What?
Like you're talking about yourself, like in your own head.
Oh.
Sorry, there's a lot of players in that one.
Yeah, I was just like kind of confused there.
Like if she was like, I would have to know ahead of time to make sure it's all like clean.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You take a shower first.
Yeah, it's clean like most of the time.
Trim down the hairs.
Yeah, that'd be a
It'd
problem.
Probably pretty hairy for a guy.
If you can find it first. Probably anything involving the ass
That stuff. No.
and shit and all that. Like, just no. That's an absolute no.
It's so weird because it's like obviously you've heard of like there's like a dude G spot in there somewhere.
Right, the prostate.
Yeah, but I still won't do it.
Well, that's like Matty said, the finger up the ass thing.
I didn't say that.
You were talking about it so much.
When?
How
Not
much you loved
joking.
it.
That's never happened to me.
How he begs people to do it.
That's not what I heard.
I heard
All right, I'm
someone. I
joking.
heard someone was getting like I knew a guy who got a blowjob once, and then she just stuck it up there, and he said it was kind of fucking weird, but then it felt kind of good after.
With preparation and like
But it was
some
unexpected.
trial and error.
Like it was
Yeah,
unexpected.
that's the problem. If she lets you know,
Yeah, she just did it.
I couldn't do it. I feel like get the fuck out of here.
It'd be weird.
Like, get out of
But
my
what if it's
get
like
out of my room.
what if it's like already like the best blowjob you've ever had? Like she's just crushing it, and then just all of a sudden, well, boom, pow, right in the kisser, and then you're like, what the fuck? But you're like, okay, whatever. This is such a good blowjob. I'm not gonna let it stop. That's probably what happened.
What if it was just so good you didn't notice, and she's like, yeah, I'd like 4 fingers up there.
I was a whole
what?
fist.
She's like, what'd you use for lube? It's like, I didn't. They didn't use any. Like, wow, I didn't know I was capable of that.
The scary thing
My
would be,
ass
like,
is amazing.
I'm getting $3,000.
her fake nail breaks off. And
Oh, see, that's the thing I don't understand. Every like girls who have the nails that extend like 3 inches past their fingers, I don't understand it. Because my first, like when I see like Cardi B like on her Instagram or like even Billie Eilish, I'm like, how do you jerk a guy off with thin nails like that? Because you gotta like,
That's the first thing I think of.
Yeah,
that's
jerked anyone off yet.
that gets them off.
yeah.
I hope Billie Eilish hasn't jerked anyone off yet because she's like 15.
She's not 15.
Yeah, she is.
No, she's not. She's like 18.
Google it. Jason.
Jason.
Pull it up, Jamie. Pull it up.
I think she's like
Maddie's
Maddie's
in
like 19
trouble.
No, she's like 19
I'm not
or
in
20.
trouble. He's in trouble.
She's
No,
been
no, no,
famous for like 3 years.
How the
already.
fuck am I in trouble?
Because you've been looking at Wait,
No,
you were
I
saying
haven't.
15.
Billie
Yeah.
Eilish was born in 2001.
Fuck.
So she's 19.
19.
Oh, then she's legal.
Yeah, so she's been legal for
You're
years.
you're safe, Maddie. You're safe.
What are you talking about? It was him who was saying it, not me, bro. Oh my god.
like
I don't know
legal
what happened.
isn't like the.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
How
here.
old do you have to be to give a hand job?
Oh my god.
Not that I like.
Dude, I was just playing anyway.
As a girl,
or would it be the same as age of consent?
which depends on
I like
which,
how you're like.
which country and
I
state.
like how
probably.
Chris
Yeah,
is like.
so
Little boys,
Canada, it
how
was
they can do it when
It's 16.
only as a
It's six,
girl.
did you just look that up?
No,
No, I think it's
I think
no.
Canada's
I think it's provincial and federal. I think there's
Because isn't there like a age of consent and then there's like a
I
legal
think like
age?
I think in like I don't know which state, but there's some that are like 15, and then there's some. That,
14.
but
14
there's like that like Romeo Juliet thing where it's like a
Statute.
14 can't be with a 20-something-year-old.
No.
If they're
they
close
have to
in
be
age.
both minors. I
Yeah,
think.
I think,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I'm pretty sure as long
But
as
the parents
age
can also-
consent, like I think that you could be whatever age you want to be.
Isn't like statutory rape like even though it's age of consent, the parents can still prosecute?
Yeah, they can still I think do that. Yeah.
Some fucked up shit.
Either
So-
way, I don't think Billie Eilish is gonna be suing. I don't think she even likes dudes, to be honest.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think she likes anybody.
I
I think
don't
she's like one of
I
those
don't
like
know.
asexual girls.
I don't know.
Where are you getting this from?
I don't know.
I don't
anything
know. I
really
just
about
like
her.
follow her Instagram. Like
Oh,
I just get the vibe that she doesn't like anybody.
I don't really care for her music, so I don't really.
No,
know
I don't like
anything
her
about
music either. I think
It
it's
just
kinda
like
garbage.
whispers like.
that song was kind
The
of
only thing
catchy.
that's kind of cool is like the doo 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 doo.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like the only good part of the song, because it's just whispers. Other than that, she just murmurs.
She found out she's really good at music during like a sleepover with her friend where they have to whisper, and her friend's like, "Wow, you're really good at that." She's like, "Really?" And then 3 years later, she's got fucking 3-inch nails and wears XXL clothing and
Yeah, she is
giving
good.
hand jobs left, right, and center.
Oh, good.
What if she only has it on her left hand? These nails, so she can
Okay.
give hand jobs at the other one.
This is my hand job hand.
This is my hand job, and it's just like
This is my
it's
working
like
hand.
like they've never been manicured, and they're just like all like full of hangnails and like
And
like
the
she's done
calluses.
some calluses and fingers are
it's a tough job out
prints are
there.
gone from too many hand jobs. Like there's like levels, like it's calloused here because of like medium-sized dicks, and then up here is like bigger dicks.
Like, fuck.
What if your arm gets tired? You need to switch
I
hands.
literally was just making like a joke about a nail being stuck in someone's asshole, and then it went all the way to there.
To Billie Eilish giving you.
Yeah, I was like, how the fuck do we get to Billie Eilish? That's hilarious. Oh, I guess she has long nails, right?
Does she have more than one song?
Yeah, but that's the thing though. She doesn't seem like the kind of girl that's into long nails. That's the thing though. I was like, that's weird.
Maybe it's one of those
Well,
do it to make fun of kind of thing.
Like ironically, she's
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
long nails. I don't know.
what if she's becoming more feminine the older she gets?
She's got to change her wardrobe
Because
then.
Avril Lavigne
yeah.
was pretty like skater boy, tomboyish
pop, yeah.
until she got older.
Yeah, that's like anybody, right? Hopefully. She is only like 19, I guess. I wonder what she's gonna look like when she's like 28. She's probably gonna like quit music and become like a paralegal. Drive a Honda.
Dude, she's gonna have
Accord.
to do anything for the rest of her life. She's
gonna have
already set.
a dog named like Marnie or some shit. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know enough about her.
I don't know. Other than she's like a crazy Justin Bieber fan. That's all I know.
Oh yeah.
And that she did the new song for Bond.
She did a song for Bond?
Yeah, and the no time to die. What's the?
I don't know the new.
Wait,
Bond
Billie
movie.
Eilish did one.
She's like the one that was supposed to come out.
Do they
Oh,
confirm
okay.
like is Tom Hardy for sure the next Bond? Like,
I hope not.
guaranteed?
I hope
What?
Idris
That'd be-
Elba is.
I do too, but if not, I'd rather
Tom
have
Hardy
Tom
would be a
Hardy.
would be a
He's
sick
right
Bond.
there. Like,
I kind of hope so, but
Yeah.
I don't. They were talking about how it's gonna be a woman now.
no, I don't think they. I think they're going back to the. I heard like Tom Hardy rumors. Like that was like. The
I
big
hope so
one.
because there was that black girl that's in the new one, and they're
Yeah.
saying that it was gonna spin off to her, and she's gonna be the next 007. I'm like, please don't. Like, I'm
Yeah.
all for like women actors and stuff like that, but like if it doesn't serve the story,
Well, like, why can't you do a spin-off where it's like instead of being 007, it's just 008 or 009, right? And it's like the same universe, but it's just her own movie.
yeah, I'd be.
What?
kinda
Why
down
do
for
that instead of just changing it, like adding it to that character? Like it's always been a guy, right?
She just like fucks dudes like crazy, seduces guys, and gives
What
them
if she's
aggressive
just
hand
lesbian?
jobs.
What if they make her lesbian?
Give me the information.
They might make her lesbian because like that's
Take
what
off the long
No!
nails, please.
No.
Yeah.
That's so
Dude,
stupid.
what if
It's
they
not
made
what
what if they
belongs-
made James Bond gay?
You know what?
You would
It
be
would
furious,
flop.
wouldn't you? You'd be so pissed. You'd be the first one going to the fucking.
Fuck, Matt. That'd be you. You'd be mad. You'd be like, "What is this shit?"
Dude, I don't even like James Bond movies, so it doesn't bother me in one
I
bit.
don't even like
I
it.
like them, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, like that's so like the like.
He's
the
like
easy,
the icon of a manly man. Like, you know, when you think of like a
Yeah.
alpha male and like an icon, it's James Bond.
I like how your comeback's like, no, bro, you'd be the one going to the thing. Like, okay, thanks. I'm like that. No, bro, you'd be the first one there petitioning, bro. Okay, thanks, Christian. Good comeback, bro.
Yeah. No, I hope
That'd be crazy if they did that, though.
Tom Hardy would be sick.
You
Like
know,
more
it
of
would
like
be the most like fuck you to the fans would be if it's Tom Hardy's the new James Bond and he's gay and he has sex with Idris Elba. You'd be like, no, like, we wanted Idris Elba.
Brokeback Mountain meets James Bond. I guess I don't know, but I can see like Tom Hardy if we're talking like him being like because he's kind of
Dude,
I
he's
don't know,
like
a
he's like
duster,
perfect
he's a
as Bond
duster.
because like Daniel Craig's silent, right? Like, he's pretty quiet in the movies. Tom Hardy's like the exact same thing.
But I can see him coming from like you know how Daniel Craig is more like he's very refined, he's very elegant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that. I always think back to that scene in Casino Royale where he's tying a shoe and the guy tosses him his car keys because he thinks he's the
Oh,
Yeah.
the valet.
valet, and he goes and just runs it into a thing and tosses the keys. I'm like, that's what I think of. But like, I feel like Tom Hardy would be like the guy who grew up in the streets of London who's just fucking tough as shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's Kingsman.
Well, see, that's
Oh,
the thing.
yeah.
That's the other thing I was just about to bring up. I actually love Kingsman. I do not care for James Bond, but I love the Kingsman because it's like a perfect like mix of awesome action, good comedy, and some seriousness in it too. Like there's a bit of everything in it. It's just a fun action movie. Like it's a great
I
movie.
still like it's okay.
And Colin Firth is badass, dude.
Is that the main guy?
No, that's his
Mentor?
trainer.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know
that
what that
guy's
guy's
sick.
actual name
He's
is.
so badass.
That
Rigby.
guy's-
Is his name Rigby or
Well,
Rigby?
no, Eggsy is the
Eggsy, that's-
is the character's name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, and it's just really cool. And then the second movie is really good too. But then you lose some of the guys, right? Like you lose Merlin. You're like, no, Merlin was cool, but he like does sings Country Road, like West. And he's just I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Like,
Yeah,
when
that
he
guy.
goes
I like
up.
that actor.
He's a good actor too, yeah. But yeah, no, I really like the Kingsman, so I want a third one of the Kingsman.
Yeah.
Has
And they
that one
have-
released? Did that one
they
get
didn't
delayed?
Release it yet? Yeah, they didn't release it yet. I
The
want to see
night.
that one.
What's it called? Like the first the first Kingsman or something.
Well, yeah, it's like the initial.
The first
like,
Kingsman.
Yeah, it's called Kingsman, I think, is what it is, and it's got what's his name in it.
Voldemort.
Yeah, he's such a good actor, dude.
Wait, Voldemort?
Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah, Ralph Fiennes is such a good actor, man.
He's Voldemort.
He's a lot of things. He's really good.
Holds his wand like that.
Yeah.
With one pinky.
He's in a lot of movies. He's a really good actor.
Yeah,
but
he
yeah,
is.
I want to see that movie too.
I want to see Schindler's List. I have not watched that yet.
I haven't seen it either. I gotta see that.
I think it might be still on Netflix, but you need to be emotionally in a right place.
Isn't Schindler's List old?
Yeah, it's like 93.
It's
But
Okay.
a 90s movie, yeah.
And it's like 3 hours long.
It's got Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Right.
But it's
and
like
it's about the Holocaust.
It's about shit like I can't remember what his first name was, but
So it's
he helped Jews escape. He was
Right,
like a
right.
Nazi officer, but he helped get Jews
Dude, I
out.
think there's a new Liam Neeson movie coming out. It looks sweet.
I don't
Is
know.
it
He's becoming
Taken
the
14?
new Nick Cage, man.
Dude, he's not the new Nick Cage.
Yeah, he is. He's just in all these like B movies that are all like kind of the
They're
same.
good
It's
movies,
Taken
dude.
number 14.
Yeah.
I don't care though. Like,
Yeah, it's
like,
still fun.
Like, I love his movies, dude. That Cold Pursuit's a fucking hilarious movie, man.
Is it meant to be played like that?
Yeah,
'Cause
it
doesn't
has to be.
'cause
There's
doesn't
no
it
way
just-
it isn't. Dude, the ending, man.
I've never seen it, but
Oh,
Brett told me about how it's like he didn't expect it to be kind of funny because
Yeah.
every time he kills someone, don't they just revert to the same scene of them throwing a body off the bridge?
Yeah. Every time he kills someone, there's a river, right? And they're like in Aspen, Colorado, right? And because they're in the Rocky Mountains, so like there's a waterfall that still happens. So he just dumps them in the waterfall every time.
It's like it's the same shot every time he kills someone.
And then they're like, it's like
That's
a bunch
funny.
of gangs, right? Like it's a bunch of different gangs. And then
Yeah.
there's like this Native American gang. And they're like fucking around like the song "Wouldn't It Be Nice?" Like,
Yeah.
you know, they're all parasailing like with the parachutes and stuff like that, and then they get dragged around the air. One of the guys just fucks off, hey? Like he gets stuck and he just goes flying and he's just stuck, hey? And you're like, what the fuck? And then at the very end, like there's a huge fight scene and everyone's fighting, and then Liam Neeson's like the only one that lives, right? And then he goes back to his snowplowing job, and the fucking guy who was parasailing flies in and gets hit by the plow and dies. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, it's so random. You don't, because you think it's gonna be like a Taken, like he kills everyone and all that, but it's more like he's not a trained killer. He doesn't really know what he's doing, but he finds a way to get revenge for his son. It's a really cool movie, man. It was so funny.
Is it meant to be comedy?
It's part
It
comedy.
has to
for
be.
sure.
Okay.
It has to be sounding like
Because
that.
then that's a total failure.
You're
if
like,
it
what the
wasn't.
fuck, dude? Like, it was so funny. He's like, woo! Like, he comes in and it's like, woo! Ah! And then he just gets destroyed by the plow.
I liked Walk Amongst the Tombstones. That was a good
That's a
movie.
great movie. And like,
Do you watch movies?
Not often.
Taken 1 and 2 are really good. Those ones are really good.
The first one was good.
Was there a third one?
Yeah, and it was really stupid premise.
The
or
airplane
something.
one was not bad either.
It was
actually.
like the way that they spin those off is that he kills like 15 people in the movie,
Yeah.
like, or more, and like one of those people want revenge,
yeah.
and that's how it's like.
But you gotta
well,
like
bitch,
you have to take into consideration like you're going to the movie to see that, like you're there to see the scenes. It's just like John Wick. Like
Yeah.
you have to know like the only things they made John Wick really cool because John Wick is like a mystery. He's like the Baba Yaga, like he's a boogeyman, and you don't have to know anything about his character except that he's a badass and he kills people. And then that's the whole movie. You're just watching the
but it's also
sequences.
these like really elegant, long
Choreographed fights.
Oh,
choreographed
God,
yeah.
they're
fight
amazing.
scenes
No.
that are like accurate, right? Because
Yeah.
wasn't there something about how special forces were showing?
Yeah, they
scene?
said that John Wick is the most accurate movie based on like the shooting, like the amount of bullets that are in a chamber and how he reloads it right away. How he's tactically shooting is pretty accurate because he did a lot of training for it, right?
Yeah.
But like that's when like John Wick is like to me like Indiana Jones. Like it's just another chapter in John Wick, and that's why they do like the chapters, right?
Yeah.
Because you can keep making those movies as long as you want. They're so good.
But at least
And
those
then
ones have a
Indiana, like,
story point.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, you don't need to have Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. Like it could be Chris Pratt and just another adventure of Indiana Jones. It doesn't have to be in, chronological order and years and all that. It could just be different adventures. Of him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I got a question for you. So say we go back to that situation where they're gonna offer you $3,000.
Yeah.
If the guy pegging you was Chris Pratt, would you do it?
No.
Because then I might be attracted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might like because I know you like Chris Pratt.
I'm a fan. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, so you wouldn't get pegged by him.
No, I just want to talk to him and see how he's doing.
Yeah, you can do a lot. You can do
Why,
wild.
why would I have to get paid by him for $3,000?
Well, what if they said, well, the guy who's gonna be on the other side is Chris Pratt?
Also,
He's
it
trying
would
out
kind of
different stuff.
disappoint me because I'm like, man, like Chris Pratt.
You're like, I thought your dick would be bigger.
But yeah, no, like that's one of those things. Like, and then with Taken, you know what you're getting with he's always just gonna be chasing someone. Someone's getting kidnapped. He's killing them.
Yeah.
That's all.
By Taken 5, it just starts off with him on the couch watching TV and his phone rings and he's just like, oh fuck.
You know what would be the
Taken
best?
5.
You know what would be the best if they did a John Wick Taken crossover? Oh my god.
Where
Are they
be
both
so
just
great.
killing hordes of people?
Yeah, that'd be
Sick.
so sick, dude.
where John Wick is tasked with killing Liam Neeson.
And then they duel up at the end because they find out they both got fucked over by the same guy. That'd be sick, dude.
Sick.
That's a better idea than 21 Jump Street and in Black crossover.
Yeah.
It's way better. They were gonna do that.
You know what? Actually, like this is an unpopular opinion, but I actually
studio. How do we make
okay.
I didn't find 22 Jump Street as funny. I thought 21 Jump Street was so good, but 22 wasn't as funny.
Which was the one they went to the school?
Second one.
That was the second one? That
Wait,
had some moments.
no,
No,
the
they
first
go
one's
to
the
the
school.
story. Yeah, the story. They go to high school in the first one, then college in the second one.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
shit.
guess
They
they
were
both-
both schools.
Yeah. I will give it credit because they make fun of it because of doing the same thing again. Like they make inside jokes about it.
Yeah.
But it's not as funny. The only funny part was like where he's like, "Yeah, man, I got laid. Oh, Schmidt got laid," and he like high fives him. And then after when what's his name finds out, Channing Tatum finds out that it's actually
Ice
this-
Cube's daughter.
Ice Cube's
yeah.
daughter, and he's just like, "Oh my god, no way!" And he goes to like every fucking person.
He walks around the whole building.
You high five Schmidt, and he fucked your daughter.
And then there's that call the Parents' Day
Yeah.
at the college, and they're just sitting across from each other, and
He's just like, "I'm gonna get more rice." He just walks away.
it's a good show.
But yeah, no, I think that like that's what I think about Taken and all that. Like you have to know what you're getting into because Liam Neeson's also has some great movies. Like The Grey is such an awesome movie.
Oh,
dude.
The
It
Grey
doesn't
was
have
incredible.
a good rewatchability for me.
I can watch
The
it.
Grey?
I can
Yeah,
watch it. You
it's
can, like I can't watch it once a month, but like every year I could watch it, no problem. It's such a good movie.
I can watch the Bourne trilogy once a year for sure.
Really?
Born?
Bourne, like they're my favorites.
They were pretty good.
I
Yeah,
love
they're
those
good.
movies where it's like
They're
a
good.
guy who's by himself, who's badass.
The first,
on
I think the
run.
first two are a lot better than the third.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
did we talk about this? That the third wasn't even supposed to happen.
Yeah,
It was supposed to end with the second one, and then the studio was like, "Whoa, we made a shit ton of money on. Might as well continue." So then they had to retcon a bunch
the
of
first
shit.
one's so good, and then the second one's really good because like, oh shit, like like everything that you thought was good about the ending of the first one like just goes to waste right away. You're like, oh shit, like they're dead.
Like the stakes are
Yeah, and they're
up. Like,
higher.
it gives him motivation, like what
yeah.
to go and figure
The
this
third
out.
one, you're like,
I didn't.
But
Yeah.
I haven't seen the newest one, but I heard it's pretty good.
Jason Bourne.
Yeah, like the newest one, like where he's like, Jesus Christ, that's Jason.
Yeah, I
Bourne."
saw it in theaters, and then I tried watching it at
That's
home.
such a
and
great meme.
I got halfway through, and I was like,
Those are some of the
Jesus
best
Christ.
memes I've ever
He
seen.
doesn't speak another language in that movie. I love it when Jason Bourne speaks like another language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't speak anything in the third in that.
I
that
think
one,
I saw the
guess.
one with what's his name in it, Jeremy Renner.
Yeah,
was
that one
not
sucks.
the greatest. Yeah,
That
How
was
many are there?
that was because they wanted to make another one, but Matt Damon wouldn't come back because Paul Greengrass didn't want to do it. He said, "I'll only come back if Paul Greengrass writes and directs." And then he finally agreed to do Jason Bourne to be on board for that. Then Matt Damon was like, "Okay, I'll do it."
oh.
And then it sucked. So that's never gonna happen again.
They don't need it anymore though. Of those
No.
like
Unless they I don't know. I still love those kind of movies. There's not a lot of them.
what's the other good one? Like Tom Cruise is in a really good.
I was gonna
action
say
movie.
Mission Impossible.
No, I don't like
They're
those.
okay.
They're a bit more
okay.
comedy.
But you know what you're
They're-
getting when you get that movie.
They're
though.
cheesy.
Like
They're cheesy.
But you know what you're getting. Like you
Yeah.
know exactly where like Tom Cruise is over the top, like action packed. It's just
Yeah.
stupid. But
And like not as much killing. It's more the
no,
like
he's in
gadgets
another movie,
and
man.
stuff.
He's Jack Reacher. That's actually not a bad movie, man.
It was okay. I liked it because I hate Mission Impossible so
Yeah,
much.
it's way
And I
better
was like,
than
this
Mission
is
Impossible.
better.
The first Mission Impossible is really good compared
just-
to all of them.
I think it's so ingrained into culture and it's so cheesy, or it's
Mm-hmm.
become cheesy over time that I just can't get into it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I like Jack Reacher a lot. That was a good one. What's that other Tom Cruise movie? Live, Die, Repeat. That was a good one.
That was
Ah,
actually pretty cool.
That
I
was
really
like
like
where
that
he
one.
just did that. Like I always get that confused with Oblivion because those came out the same year, I think.
Oh yeah, Oblivion's the shitty one where he's like on a planet. That one's not good.
On a planet?
Yeah, it's
like he's like a robot or an AI, but he doesn't know it or something.
no,
like that.
that's not it.
I thought that was it.
No,
Well, because he's with
Maybe.
AI robots and like he's trying to figure it out, and they're like, you can't.
there's like some
figure
kind
out-
of like mother
Yeah.
figure,
Yeah.
like some kind of.
No, Live, Die, Repeat is like him and Emily Blunt. They're
And he
in
dies
the-
and comes
No,
back.
that's not what it's called though.
No, they
That's the
changed the
slo-
name.
that's the
though.
slogan.
No, they changed the
Well,
name of it.
Jason, what was the movie called?
it was something else. I know.
With Emily Blunt. And
Yeah,
Edge of Tomorrow.
It was
Edge of
Edge, and
Tomorrow.
then they rebranded it to Live, Die, Repeat after.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you-
It launched as Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. They rebranded and re-released it.
Yeah.
With an extended cut, I think, as Live, Die, Repeat. And then it did decent that way.
I wonder how.
It's a good movie. Like, it's actually really
I enjoyed
underrated.
it,
It's
yeah.
a really good movie.
Does anybody know when that Snyder Cut's supposed to come out for
Dude,
Justice
it's
League?
supposed to be like another 120 minutes.
Oh
On
my
top?
god!
On top of the what
What?
they already have.
Well, good because there was supposed to be. I
You
think
know how
did-
hot trash Justice League was?
Okay, wait,
it was
okay.
awful.
Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even
Okay, never
Batman
mind.
versus Superman.
I was thinking that one because they already had
That
a
one's already hot trash.
extended cut for that one,
Yeah,
didn't they?
Dude, what is an extended cut going to do? Just more.
Well, because there were supposed to be 2 movies,
Oh.
but then the first one was because Joss Whedon took over because Zack Snyder's I think daughter committed suicide or
Yeah, I think she died.
or
Yeah.
she died, so he had to be off the project. So then Joss Whedon came in and fucked it up, and then they released this shitty movie. But it was supposed to be 2 movies, so the second movie got canceled. So they had all this footage and another story. So okay, well, Snyder came back and he said, okay, well, let's put this into just one big cut and make another story out of it.
So it's almost like 2 movies in one.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a part 1 and part 2 Justice League kind of thing. But
Okay.
then the first one sucked so bad, they said, okay, we're not doing the second one. And then they said, well,
They've-
we have all this footage, we shot it, let's make something out of it. So it's going to be like kind of the same
Oh.
story, but different. But it's also just going to be a different, like the way, like the style,
feel.
the style and the feel of it's going to be a little bit
The
different.
only way that I believe DC can ever have success, and it's always been proven, is that it has to be dark.
It has to be very dark.
Like the Batman trilogy was dark,
Which was
Like,
amazing.
yeah.
But even like Batman versus Superman felt kind of dark, and it's still
but it
sucked
not
ass.
dark. It was cheesy dark. It wasn't like
It was
there
very
no
gritty.
motive.
Like, there's nothing wrong with the way it was filmed or the style of it. Just the storytelling sucked. Like Brett and I, we went to that in theaters and we literally laughed
Yeah.
Yeah.
when they found out both their moms' names
Oh
were
my
Martha, and that was
God.
the turning. I'm
We
like,
laughed too.
that's the
Yeah.
you couldn't think of a better reason for them to come together. How about a common enemy
Yeah.
being Lex Luthor? How
Yeah.
about that? How about you're turning against each other, and you need to
The
be
other-
more
Something.
creative.
Yeah.
The other issue is that everyone was so used to Christopher Nolan's trilogy, and it was like a masterpiece. Like the trilogy was a masterpiece.
Christopher Nolan was an executive producer on Batman. On Batman versus Superman.
Oh, he
Was
was.
he?
And Man of Steel
Well,
and Justice League.
he
What
probably
did
see Man of Steel was
Damn.
okay. Like Man of Steel was like it was better than everything.
That
else
was
they've
like
had.
the DC. That was the first DC movie that came out. Like
Yeah.
that was since Return of Superman in 2004.
Yeah, and it was okay. Like it wasn't
Because of that one.
It was
sucked
too
so
long.
bad.
it was too long.
Man of Steel.
Yeah, Man of Steel
I
was too
didn't-
long. It
okay.
was like 3 hours.
Was it?
Yeah,
Ooh.
but it was an okay movie. And then you're like, okay, like I can get behind Man of Steel. Then you watch Batman vs Superman. The trailers, you're like, oh, dude, like if this is what they're gonna do, like the trailers were very like,
Yeah, they were
holy
good.
shit, they were really well.
Wasn't it
edited.
like Superman in handcuffs? That was like how
Well,
they started the trailer.
Well, I just remember the part where it's like, tell me, do you bleed? Because
Oh,
you
you're talking
will.
about Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, Batman
Oh,
vs
yeah, yeah,
Superman.
yeah.
Like it was like really cool. Like fuck yeah, like I'm ready to see this. And then you go there, and then you read all the reviews. Like, dude, don't worry, reviews are shit. Like sometimes like they're not the truth.
Yeah.
And then you go in there, and like you're like 30 minutes. And you're like,
What the
Dan was making
fuck?
jokes. I'm like, okay, Dan, make jokes. I want to leave. Like,
Yeah.
this is so bad.
If we weren't in a packed theater,
Yeah.
we would have been roasting that movie so fucking hard.
Yeah, it was such a bad movie.
So garbage.
And like then I'm like, okay, but then Wonder Woman brought me kind of back because
Yeah,
Wonder
that was
Woman's
pretty
actually a good movie. And then I actually do want to see the second one.
It's going straight to HBO, I think, right?
It might be.
It's going straight to
Because
streaming.
Wonder Woman was actually a really good DC movie. I was like, wow,
Yeah, it
was
like,
good.
they
It was
actually
decent.
did a good job.
I thought the second one wasn't supposed to come out like 3 years ago.
1984. Yeah, they were supposed to come out like last year. There was like a bunch
Yeah.
of like chips and pop that were branded for
Or
it.
something? Yeah.
Yeah,
And then it never came out.
it's a great
the
like.
fuck?
I'm excited to see that one, so I want to see that. But
Yeah.
other than that, like Aquaman's a shitty movie.
I liked it better than Batman vs Superman.
It is, but it is
'Cause I
bad.
like Jason
No,
Momoa.
for sure it is.
But that's
It's
a low
better-
bar.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a low bar.
low
Like
bar.
it's not a good movie, but it's better than Batman vs Superman.
They just need to get rid of Amber Heard. That's all they need to do.
Wait, is that the first or second movie?
There's
There's
only
only
one
one
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah, there's only
Yeah,
one.
But
they're
she's
making
in
a
it?
second one though.
Probably.
I don't know.
I did like the Justice League trailer though, because I remember watching that a bunch of times, like where Bruce Wayne visits Barry Allen, and
Yeah.
he's saying that's not me, and he goes and throws the Batman star, and then it goes all like slow motion. He's like looking at him, like I thought that was a cool shot.
See, the other issues too, like what I like about what they did with like the Nolan trilogy to where they're like it's hard because like with the Nolan trilogy you're almost used to realism. Like everything is pretty realistic,
Right?
Like
except for his spaceship in the third one, that took me out of it a little
what
bit.
spaceship?
In Dark Knight Rises, where he's flying with that ship.
Oh, at the very end.
Yeah, like kind of towards in New York, he has that ship that flies around between the buildings.
Oh,
Batman. I was like,
yeah.
oh, that's a little much.
yeah, but it's still like he could actually
still
have something
realistic-ish.
invented. Like it's pretty realistic.
I'm on the same page with you. I
Like,
would have loved to see a Batman
yeah.
and Robin with Jason Gordon-Levitt.
Oh yeah,
Love
that would have
it.
been awesome. Yeah, because like, but that's what everyone's used to. And then you go back to like the DC where it's more comic-y, right? Like what they kind of done. You're like I understand why probably Christopher Nolan didn't want to do that because he's more of a realistic kind of guy. Like, hey, like let's take something that could possibly happen. Like
He's as grounded as you can
Yeah.
when you have a comic book character.
Well,
Because you
like,
had the last Batman you had before his trilogy was the one with George Clooney in the 90s, which was awful.
But Inception too, like when he made Inception, like you could see it like possibly being possible, and then even like Interstellar, like you could see something like that actually.
It's grounded
being
in somewhat
yeah,
reality and
exactly.
in science.
That's what
Well,
he
yeah,
does every time.
you
in
can
his
take
movies.
theoretical science where it's like
Yeah.
we're not here
Yeah.
with science, but we can explain the theorems
like
behind it.
Interstellar's insane.
Like this
that movie is
suspension
so
of disbelief is very low because it's
Yeah.
like I don't have to put that aside. I can actually
Yeah.
I can buy into this, like
Yeah.
this being a thing.
So, like for superheroes, you could be like, oh, he shoots laser beams out of his eyes, and you go, okay, it's a thermoendemic reaction going on with the particles in subspace. Like you just throw some technical.
I meant more
jargon.
like themes instead of actual like abilities.
Oh,
Like the reason why I think the trilogy is so grounded in the other one because it's very character driven. A lot of it, it's not really a lot based on superpowers. And
which one are you talking about?
the Christopher Nolan trilogy, because all the
Right.
villains in those ones weren't like supernatural kind
No,
of things. It
they're
was
just
Scarecrow,
regular
who is a
people.
guy
He
who went
just used-
mad.
he used
Joker, who
chemicals.
is just also another
Yeah.
madman, and then
Yeah.
Bane, who just has super strength. And he's just because he's a big guy.
Yeah.
But he didn't do anything. He didn't pick up a car and throw it at
No,
Batman, right?
No.
You just beat the
So
shit
then
out.
more
And then
believable.
with Scarecrow, he's just using chemicals to make you
Yeah.
disoriented, right? Like
Instead of
Okay.
like Marvel, where it's just like I don't know, like it's good. I like Marvel and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's just you know you have a thunder god, like
yeah, but Marvel does a great job like with how they do that too.
yeah,
they
that's
set-
why DC needs to go the other
Yeah,
way.
DC's a dark one, and Marvel's just more lighthearted. Like
Like
that's
those
what it is.
sharks in Aquaman. Oh my, where they're growling and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't need that.
Yeah,
That's why I think they should. I don't know. You could have written Aquaman so differently to actually make it.
But-
It'd be more interesting if it was more believable.
I think that's what I was saying. Like, I don't think Christopher Nolan would have done like that. If DC was smart, they would be like, hey, Christopher Nolan, whatever you need, make these movies and make it a thing. I don't think he would do it because it's like I can't. It's not like what he does.
Yeah, like it would have been cool if Aquaman was like an archaeologist who was looking for Atlantis,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then somehow met Jason Momoa and told him that I need to find this kind of thing, and
Yeah.
you know, and I don't know.
So he's still
Yeah, or
just
maybe
human?
Jason Momoa was like a student or something of his.
Yeah.
So he'd still be human?
Who? Aquaman?
Yeah.
He's half human
Okay.
and half Atlantean, but he spent most of his time on land.
Okay.
So it would have been more, instead of like the growling sharks and the other king and whatnot, it would have been more interesting to like have it more grounded. I don't know.
Yeah.
They just throw like, oh, Russians are trying to get the same thing.
Yeah.
Battling humans
Sure.
underwater.
And then you go down and you find out there's actually this world, and I'm sure there's a way you could write it and film it where it's believable.
Yeah. I also like I understand like there's got to be a lot of CGI in that kind of movie. It's so hard to do something underwater the entire time.
But also, I mean, maybe, I don't know, I wonder how long it took Christopher Nolan to actually write all those movies. Because he's a writer, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Sam.
So, but the thing is, in this race between Marvel and DC, they're getting movies out twice a year kind of thing.
Mhm.
So it's like, shit, we got to put this
But
together.
that's what I think.
screenplay
Like,
and-
if they were smart, they would just give Nolan everything he needs, any resource he needs, and say, "Hey, this is just like Kevin Feige. Like, he's kind of like the whole thing for Marvel,
yeah.
right? Like, this is how we're gonna do it." Now they're at the standpoint where they've made so much money, like they're gonna keep going with stuff that, like, you're like, okay, let's get into other comics that people don't really know about, which, like, it's kind of a gamble still.
Did you hear
but-
that they hired a Moon Knight, or they cast a Moon Knight?
Who's that though?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Oh, cool.
You know Moon Knight?
No, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
He's
know
a
if that.
character. Yeah, no, he's a character, but when I saw it was Oscar Isaac, I was like, well, because he's in bed with Disney already, so
Yeah.
what do you expect?
But-
They're just reusing people.
But I mean, it's fine.
Would
Like,
that bite you in the ass though?
What?
Because then they start thinking like, oh, I remember this.
Well,
guy
he's
as
also
other.
Apocalypse, man. That's the other thing.
True.
He's in X-Men.
Then you start seeing him as that other character, and you're like, okay, now who is he?
Oh, you mean like typecasting? Like
kind of typecast, but like if they were say a superhero in a different movie, and then you're doing this movie. And you're
yeah,
like,
but
wait,
he
this guy's-
he was in such heavy makeup for Apocalypse that it didn't really matter. Same with Gemma Chan.
Who's that?
She was she played she was in Captain Marvel,
Oh.
and she played Minerva. She was like this blue Kree character,
Oh yeah.
but now she's Cersei in the Eternals. But
Oh.
there's not gonna be any kind of confusion because she was in heavy makeup.
Right.
Yeah, but Chris Evans was the guy from Fantastic Four, so it doesn't really matter.
I know,
Johnny
so it doesn't
Blaze.
really matter
Yeah.
anymore.
He's
But
like
those
Johnny
movies, those movies sucked.
Yeah.
So it was a no-brainer. It was like
He was actually really cool as Johnny Blaze. He was pretty badass.
and he was kind of funny. In,
He was
Scott
funny.
Pilgrim.
Yeah. Oh, that one's a good movie too.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, whatever. Like, you know what you get in a Marvel movie for the most part, right? Where DC, like, they had a perfect like they're almost like Academy Award-winning films. Like Dark Knight did win the Academy Award. Like,
For what?
well, Heath Ledger won for supporting actor, right?
Was that because he died? Did
Well,
he get an award
dude,
before he died?
He died, and then he won the award after,
Oh.
and maybe that's part of it. But he also did such a good job.
He
that
did. He
Holy
deserved it.
fuck, he did deserve it, man.
Yeah.
Like, actually, if you actually look at Tom Hardy's Bane too, he did such a good job as Bane. Because at first I was like, man, like that's so lame. Like, cause I was like thinking of Bane from the comics, and like I don't really like the movie. And then like 2 years later, I rewatched. And I'm like, what am I thinking? I'm stupid. Like, it's a really good movie. Like, it really is.
Yeah. I don't think he would have got that part unless Christopher Nolan was directing.
Well, yeah, because he was in Inception.
Well, not because of that. Because
They're all
Bane
like
is supposed to be like a huge monster, but
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's probably like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
They
he
make
did.
him look pretty
No one's
Yeah.
the same one. He
Oh,
likes,
yeah,
he likes
from
certain actors, and he uses them all the time. Like,
Yeah, he does use recurring actors.
and that's fine.
Did you see Tenet yet? I haven't seen
I haven't
Tenet,
seen
but I heard it
Tenet.
flopped. It was supposed to be the movie that was supposed to save the theaters
Yeah.
from coronavirus.
Well, I
I
know
want
it's-
to see that one.
I had like I'll just wait for
Yeah.
it, man. Like, it's like everything coming out this year is kind of right off to me. Like, I'm not really like
Like Black Widow's now delayed a year.
yeah.
It's supposed to come out May.
Well, like
2021 now.
I'm interested to see like Mulan's coming for free on
Oh
Disney Plus right
god,
away.
no. That
I don't know.
I'm just gonna watch it just because I actually love the
Okay.
animated movie. Like, the animated movie.
See how it goes for you, man.
I think it's gonna be shit because there's no Mushu and everything.
Okay, well, let's probably wrap this up.
Let's go watch some movies.
Go watch the movies.
We
guys.
can conclude that Matt will take a dip for $3,000.
That's why.
Especially if it's Kurt Russell.
That's why you guys.
Especially if it's Chris. He might do it for less, actually. It's Chris Pratt.
My dude.
So hit him up.
Yeah. He
No,
might
I'm
actually
just- I'm
pay
kidding.
to be Chris Pratt.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
See you in the new year.
Bye.
Is that the last one?
Or this